The clock struck midnight, and Jason was wide awake, scrolling through a sea of radio frequencies in his dark, cluttered attic. He was a hobbyist who loved tinkering with old radios, but tonight, something was different. He stumbled upon a strange, faint signal. It was barely audible, hidden between two static frequencies. Curious, he turned the dial, trying to clear the noise, and soon, a voice emerged, a woman's voice. "Help me. They're coming. Room 317. Jason froze. The voice was shaky, desperate, and the transmission cut out just as abruptly as it began. His heart pounded. Room 317. Was this a prank, or was someone really in trouble? He quickly searched online for any nearby hotels and found one just a few miles away, the Riverview Inn. It was old, mostly abandoned, and slated for demolition in a few weeks. Jason's gut told him to check it out, so he grabbed his flashlight, hopped on his bike, and rode to the deserted hotel. When he arrived, the place looked eerie, shrouded in darkness, with the occasional flicker of a failing street lamp. The front door was slightly ajar, as if someone had recently been there. Jason hesitated, then pushed it open, stepping inside. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards creaked under his feet. He could feel the building's history, like it was watching him. Jason made his way up the staircase, every step echoing in the dead silence. He finally reached the third floor, and there it was, room 317. The door was slightly open, just enough for him to see a dim light flickering inside. He nudged it open further, and his heart skipped a beat. There was no one there, just an old radio sitting on a dusty wooden table, emitting the same static he had heard earlier. Jason cautiously stepped inside and picked up the radio. As he adjusted the dial, the static cleared, and the voice returned. "Turn around." Jason's blood ran cold. He felt a chill down his spine as he slowly turned, expecting to see someone, anyone. But the room was still empty. Then, the radio crackled again, this time with a different, deeper voice. "Too late. You shouldn't have come." Suddenly, the room's light flickered violently, plunging it into darkness. Jason's flashlight died, and he could hear footsteps, slow, deliberate, getting closer. He scrambled for the door, but it slammed shut, trapping him inside. Desperately, he banged on the door, trying to force it open, but it wouldn't budge. Then, just as the footsteps seemed like they were right behind him, everything stopped. The light flickered back on, and the room was empty again. Jason's flashlight turned on, and he immediately dashed out of the room, down the stairs, and out of the hotel. Breathing heavily, he jumped on his bike and pedaled home as fast as he could. Once he got back, he ran up to his attic and turned on the radio to see if he could catch the signal again. He tuned through the frequencies, but there was nothing. Just silence. Jason slumped down, relieved it was over. But then, a faint, familiar voice came through his radio once more. "Help me. They're coming. Room 318. The radio cut out again, leaving Jason staring at it, paralyzed with fear. Room 318. But there was no room 318 at the Riverview Inn, or was there? And that's where the story ends, leaving Jason, and you, wondering what he might have unleashed, and who, or what, is calling for help.